Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Noah. This is going to be a channeled message. And the idea that I was getting is this is a message for the black sheep, right? The people who were different, who, didn't fit in with their family or with the environment that they were raised. Maybe you were always the villain in your family, always the scapegoat, always blamed for things going wrong or for things that weren't really your fault. Maybe you just didn't fit in, right? You were different. You liked different things than other people. You weren't popular. You were maybe awkward, or the artsy kid or the gay kid, or the funny kid. Like, you wanted to make jokes, but people didn't really get the jokes. So this is for the people who have felt like the black sheep. And the message I'm getting is that you were never small, right? People made you feel that way because they themselves felt small. And seeing you shine and be different and not afraid to be different and not afraid to be yourself made them insecure and made them feel bad about themselves because they always fit in, right? They felt like they needed to conform. And maybe it was also a bit of groupthink, right? That they thought that to fit in, because it's so comfortable to fit in, right? It's this safe space, right? That they vilified you because in order to fit in, so that the group would like them. And I feel like you were always the punching bag. Like, maybe like in friend groups, you were the one who always got shat on, like made fun of. And Spirit is saying, like, I'm also getting like Mira from K-pop Demon Hunters, or Fleabag. So Spirit is saying, like, don't let them pigeonhole you, right? Like, don't accept the limits that other people give you. Like, being weird or being different is actually your strength, right? You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be one of a kind. You are one of a kind. And, being the black sheep and like being forced into this outsider role is obviously like traumatic and can have really devastating effects on your self-confidence and your esteem and self-esteem and your view on relationships. But it's also freeing. Like, it also allows you to more easily step out of conformity and being okay with being different and whatever that means for you, right? Like, I feel like you dress really like different or cool, or you have like really niche interests. Maybe you're autistic, and you have a lot of special interests, and you felt like people kind of make fun of you for them, or have in the past. So let's see, what's your message today? Spirit, what is the message for the person drawn here today? I'm also being drawn to like Wicked and Elphaba being the Wicked Witch, and how she actually like used that role to her advantage in the end. But she always had, good intentions. She was a champion for, equal rights and being different. Maybe you were like the only black kid at a white school or something like that, or the only Asian kid. Yeah, okay, so the hermit reversed. You were forced into a hermit role of being alone, of, following your own star, your own light, of having to entertain yourself, of, other people maybe not being there to support you emotionally. You had to, go your own way. And that's made you a leader. That's made you someone who stands out, who's, like I said, not afraid to stand out. And it may have been incredibly painful for you, and I'm so sorry that you went through that. And, I resonate with that too, but it's made you a leader, and it's made you like one of a kind. Like, the hermit is also one of a mentor. So, as you get older, you may find yourself stepping into that mentor role for the younger generation's black sheep, right? The people who stand out, who don't conform. And that's kind of the beauty of it. Like, you know, people like to see when you've made it, like, and you've made it. You survived it all. You're still here. You survived it. You're strong. You have so much inner strength. And a positive way to look at it is that now you can provide guidance in a safe space for the younger generation. But I do feel like you've been forced into this hermit mode. You entered yourself. You've plumbed the depths of your own soul. You're very comfortable in your own energy. You like being alone. You like, you know, entertaining yourself. It's fun to be alone. Maybe at first you were forced into it, but now you're like, I love being in my own energy. King of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so I feel like this is people in your past. They put fears into your head. They tried their best to restrict you. They tried to make you numb your light, you know, to not shine your light out. They manipulated you with fear and maybe with untrue things about you. Like they said bad things to you about you, that, you know, maybe you're not smart, or you aren't talented, or you're too much. But know that it's because they were insecure in themselves, that they were lashing out. They have unhealed trauma. And that doesn't make it okay. It does not make it okay. But know that their lives suck. Like, their inner life is tumultuous, and it wasn't just you. Like, they were manipulative to a bunch of different people in their lives, and they did it to try to exercise power. It was the King of Swords in reverse, right? They did it to try to keep themselves on top by putting you down. And that's not what people should do. Maybe this is like a father or an uncle or grandparents, or maybe like older siblings. Wow, Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I think this is your parents. We've got the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Your mom also emotionally manipulative, not being there to support you emotionally. You know, you had to go through things alone. You couldn't rely on the people who were around you. That, you know, your mother, who was supposed to be giving and comforting, wasn't there for you. You know, she was dealing like with her own bullshit, like, you know, her own emotional dysregulation. And I do, the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords, like, they're not divine counterparts. You may have been a child of divorce, and you were bouncing between, you know, the King of Swords, like, abusive, put down on you, you know, verbally berating you, and the Queen of Cups, an emotionally unstable mom. Or, you know, it could also be reversed, right? Like, a emotionally unstable father and a verbally abusive mother. But, you know, through that, and I'm so sorry that you had to deal with that trauma. But know that, you know, you are the hermit. You are a leader now. You're special because you didn't let that define you. You're healing from it, right? You chose to follow your own light, whatever that means and however that manifests for you. Like, you're still here. You survived. They did their best, and guess what? They fucking failed. Because you're still here. And I love you. And you got this. You know, and you moved past it. You are moving past it. If you're not, like, do we ever truly move past it all the way? I don't know, but you are healing from it. You are choosing not to let it define you, because it doesn't define you. Yeah, the Three of Wands in reverse. They thought that you weren't going to amount to anything. That's what they wanted. They wanted you to not amount to anything. They wanted you to not have a good future. And whether this is consciously or unconsciously, it still sucks. Like, and maybe it was because their own lives are so miserable. Like, you know, they didn't want you to do better than them. And I do feel like this is cycles of trauma, cycles of abuse. Like, their own parents were not good parents, and they just, instead of actually confronting the cycles and the trauma and healing themselves, they just pass it on to you, which is stupid and not what parents should do, not what family should do. But you're different. Like, you are choosing to break the cycles, and that's so strong of you, and I'm so proud of you, because it's tough. It is tough. Yeah. So 4 of Cups. Maybe you're discontent with life right now. Maybe, I think that you're reflecting. Maybe you're reflecting on this, on your trauma, on your upbringing, reflecting on how you were emotionally and mentally isolated, right? That you felt alone in your childhood and growing up, and maybe even like early adulthood or into regular adulthood, right? But God is giving you, Spirit, the universe is giving you this cup. And this is, you know, to me, this is like the card of you're on the cusp of enlightenment, right? Under the tree, under the Bodhi tree. Because you are healing from all of this, and because of so much strife that you went through, like God is giving you this. So this is a message that Spirit is sending you to know that better times are coming, that because you survived and you chose yourself above all this bull, that you have amazing things coming for you. And Spirit's going to make it very clear. It's going to make it, they're going to start offering you small things maybe, but they will emotionally fulfill you. Let's see, what is this? What is the universe coming in with? Yeah, there's a 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Generational curse breaker. 4 of Swords. Meditate on it. I think that Spirit is saying this is a time for rest, for meditation, as you're processing all of these emotions. This trauma, dealing with a male manipulator or a male abuser, and or, you know, masculine abuser, or like a female manipulator. Rest on it. Meditate on it, and like surrender to, like, let yourself heal. You know, we do so much healing when we're sleeping. Like, sleeping is the time when our body regenerates, right? It's when our physical body regenerates, in our mind, like our mind processes what happened during the day and processes like maybe subconscious fears. So this is a good time for rest and for, you know, nurturing yourself and your body, maybe taking a long bath, reading a good book, you know, making yourself a nice cup of tea. Yeah, the Emperor in reverse / upright. It kind of fell out like in a weird way. Yeah, I think that they, like, you, okay, this is what I'm getting. You have, because of all of this parental trauma and just familial trauma, you have a very like shaky foundation. Because, you know, our childhood is the foundation of our life, right? It's what orients us into the world. And the whole point of a family is to, the Devil on the bottom of the deck, the whole point of their family is to give you a safe space to learn things, and then to like send you out into the world with good boundaries and good self-esteem and coping mechanisms, and just a safe space to always know that you are worthy, basically. And, you know, this, you know, trauma, it didn't give you that. You've had to become your own emperor, right? Your own role model. And this is changing for you, right? You're learning, you're now building your own foundation. You know, you're moving past this. You're saying, I don't want this shaky foundation of familial trauma and cycles of abuse. I want my own true love and true purpose, and like enjoying life. Like, I don't want to be the villain to these people. I'm the freaking hero of my life. And you are the hero of your life. You saved yourself. And God is coming in and is telling you it's okay to rest. You don't always have to be fighting and, you know, fighting yourself, and also this like You know, when these thoughts come up that your parents or your mentors ingrained in you, like, it can be hard to fight them. It's tiring, and it's okay to rest. It's okay to treat yourself. Death in reverse. Yeah. This might be a point of ego death for you. Moving past this. Oh, this is what I'm getting. Maybe in the past you defined yourself by this trauma. You know, you inadvertently, like, because you can be you can become kind of like addicted to like digging up the past and like defining yourself by the bad things that you went through, like the trauma, and you know, always identifying yourself as a victim. And it's because like the reason that happens is because it's comfortable, and like you've always lived this way, and changing that and choosing to move out of that victim mindset is an ego death. It is like, you know, when your identity is wrapped in that, it does feel like death. And so I think Spirit is saying, like, this is the time for you to decide to stop identifying with this hurt child inside, with the cycles of abuse. Choosing to move past it, to say that is in the past, and I choose to start living my life as a hero, as the hero of my story, as starting a new cycle of love and compassion for myself and for the people, my loved ones in my life. And, you know, just choosing to move past it. It could also mean that, like, someone may be dying soon. I know that's kind of intense or dramatic, but we'll see. I mean, not you. It would be one of these abusive people. I want to make that clear. But I do think with the Four of Cups, like, this is the new cup that is being offered to you. It is this new cup of moving past it, of letting yourself embrace your new life of love and self-compassion, and like choosing yourself, and not letting that these thoughts that they put inside your head define you, and choosing new thoughts to define you. So that something that could be really helpful for you is affirmations, you know, writing out like, I love myself, I deserve abundance, I deserve love, I am the master of my life. You know, the universe is my mother and father. I am always taken care of. You know, my journey is just beginning. I have so many good things ahead of me. And they thought that they won. They thought that they got this, that they crushed your spirit. But they didn't. You're still here. And you have, and here it is, the World, 21, right after this. This card is like the ultimate fulfillment of the entire tarot deck. You are this figure. You are the world. You are the god of your own world. You know, you have so much abundance. You can like, they're like floating. You can fly. You can be free. And all of this like bull in your past does not define you. And it has nothing to do with your future, what you are capable of. Like, show these people that they're wrong. Show them that they, even though they tried so hard to keep you down, they can't, because you're so freaking strong. And you are choosing to let these cycles die, to let these cycles end. Enough is enough. You are healing your bloodline. You know, you are stopping the cycle. You are the chain breaker. And you have just so much waiting for you. You have the whole world waiting for you. It's ready. It's open for you. And you're going to come out on top. I also think the Five of Swords, like, you're coming out on top. You are going to win in the end. you're already winning now because they're miserable and you're learning to be happy. Survival, yeah. You're moving out of this survival energy. You know, this fire, like, this fire was them. Like, they tried to put you in this fire. They tried to burn you. They tried to burn your soul and your innocence and your purity, but you got away. You are out of there. You survived. You are the survivor. You're the final girl. If you're into horror movies, you know what that is. Like, you survived the serial killer. And just know that, like, you're out of that situation, and it's not always going to be this way. It's not always going to be survival. So let your, talk to your guides, talk to your healer guides, talk to your guardian angel, and, whoever you believe in, Jesus, whoever, Mother Mary. If you work with deities, like, I'm hearing, I'm trying to think of who's the healer in Greek mythology. Yeah, okay, so we've got Bounty, 51, and Rest. So definitely this is a time for rest. You don't, sleep whenever you feel like sleeping. If you're tired, go take a nap or go sit down and rest your brain. And this isn't just physical rest, it's also like resting your brain. And, from the constant overload of like social media or, tasks you need to do, go sit in a dark room and just like chill out, watch something. And you've got bounty coming in. You're receiving your divine inheritance. You are receiving, like, the universe is going to bless you because you've moved away from this, because you've chosen to end these cycles. It's brave. It takes a lot of bravery to end this, to end these things. And this fire that they tried to put you through, right? You left, and now you're reaching into beautiful, beautiful flowers. Right? It's being like alchemized. You're alchemizing destruction into creation through you, through your life. All right, last card, Spirit. I just want to tell you, like, I'm so proud of you. And I'm going to cry. But as someone who's like, I struggled with depression for many, many years, and that shit sucks. And it takes a lot of strength to continue on and to not let the bad thoughts and the pessimism and the just like the negativity get to you. And it's hard because it's like, it seems like it's you, right? It's in your head and it sounds like you, but it's not you. It's them. It's what they tried to get into you. The serpent. Interesting. I haven't pulled this card before. If you can see, he's like looking at the skull. Interesting. I feel like this is like, you see how like the skull is like, and the tree's like growing from the skull, like you are like they've got death in some ways coming to them, but you're not, because you chose life, you chose the spirituality, your spirit will never die. Let's see, a serpent. Oh, I just saw it. Okay. At the base of the world tree lives a serpent. He hungers and gnaws incessantly at the roots, seeking sustenance. He does not care what this tree serves, that this tree serves a higher purpose, nor that the worlds connected to the tree require it to remain stable. Without the tree, the worlds break apart and fade away. The serpent hungers and desires to consume everything and anything that stands in its way. This is what these people were. They were trying to consume your soul. They were trying to consume like your light and your authenticity. Sucked. Why would you want to do that? It makes no sense. He stays beneath the soil, devouring roots in his path, awaiting the time when he will be released from the tree to reunite with his brethren. Meanings: beware of dishonest people. Stay the course despite the stress. Yeah. These people were serpents. They were snakes in the grass. They were maybe pretended like they were your loved ones, but they weren't. They were getting at your roots. Also, they mentioned roots, so like maybe your root chakra, maybe you need to do some root chakra healing. But you know, you didn't let it. You did not let them. And don't let them continue gnawing at you. Cut them bitches off. Enact boundaries. Maybe go no contact. If not, then, you know, severely limit contact. Stop thinking about them. Stop worrying about them. You know, they've made their bed. Let them lie in it. They're probably got kind of a messed up life because they've, you know, have a lot of bad karma. So let them reap the consequences of their actions. Not your monkey, not your circus. Your monkey and your circus is you, and you're being delivered out of all of this mess. You've got the world ahead of you. You have the whole world open for you. Whatever you want to or desire, it's there. And it's there because you chose yourself, and you chose being authentic, and you chose courage and strength, and God loves that. Spirit loves that, right? That is the essence of the universal spirit, is persistence and refusing to give up. And that is you. You're so strong. So that's the reading for today. I just want to say I'm so proud of you. I love you. You know, if you're going through some depression right now, it always gets better. Everything passes. Change is the only constant of the universe. And if you focus on the things that you love and that bring you joy, and, you know, if nothing is bringing you joy right now, then, you know, just focus on, you know, nourishing your body, nourishing your soul, and everything will get better. I promise. So thank you so much for coming to this today. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, good luck.